In the quiet town of Umuagu, a woman named Amara lived a happy life with her husband, Chike. He was a hardworking and kind man who took great care of his family. He never for once allowed his wife, Amara, to find a job. He believed that it is the sole purpose of a man to provide for the family, while the wife stays home to take care of the family. Amara felt blessed to have him, and together they had 3 children, Ada, Chisom, and Obinna. Chike was not only a great husband and father, he was also a generous man. He supported Amara's entire family, including her younger sister, Nneka. He paid for Nneka's education, covered medical bills of Amara's parents, and always sent money to her relatives in the village. Everyone knew Chike as a man with a heart of gold. One fateful evening, tragedy struck. Chike was involved in a terrible motor accident on his way home from work. The news of his death shattered Amara's world. She cried endlessly, unable to accept that her loving husband was gone. But no matter how much she grieved, life had to move on. After Chike's burial, Amara struggled to provide for her children, with no job and no support from her late husband's family. Even the relatives whom Chike had once cared for turned their backs on her. Desperate, Amara decided to leave the village and seek help from her younger sister, Nneka, who lived in the city, believing that her sister would support her in her time of need. Amara arrived at Nneka's house, tired and full of hope. She believed that her sister, being her own blood, would welcome her with open arms. Nneka plastered a fake smile on her face when she saw Amara and her children. "Sister, you didn't tell me you were coming," Nneka said, forcing a smile. "I had no choice, Nneka," Amara replied. "Life has been very hard since Choka died. I need a place to stay while I find a job. I would have called, but I lost my cell phone and I couldn't find the book I wrote down your number. So I had no choice but to come unannounced. Please forgive me, my dear sister." Nneka hesitated but eventually let them in. For the first few days, she acted caring, offering them food and a place to sleep. But soon, her attitude changed. She started frowning whenever she saw Amara and her children, and she would complain about how expensive things were. One evening, she dropped the bombshell. "Sister Amara, you cannot stay here anymore. Abeg, I can't take care of you and your children. You have to find another place, Biko." Tears filled Amara's eyes. "Please, Nneka, just give me few more days. You know how I am striving to get a job in this city, but favor has been unfair to me. I'll soon find a job and take care of my children. Biko no one them." But Nneka was unmoved. "I can't help you. Find somewhere else to go, please." With nowhere else to turn, Amara pleaded, "At least, keep Ada with you. Just help me put her in a school, even if it's a public school, while I figure things out. She can be useful to you with the chores in the house." Nneka rolled her eyes, but eventually agreed. Amara left her sister's house with a heavy heart. She sold some of her belongings and rented a small bacha in the crowded part of the city. With the little money she had left, she bought fruits and started hawking on the streets. Her children, though young, helped her to sell some of the fruits in the evenings. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. They barely had enough to eat, but they never gave up. Slowly, Amara saved up enough money to send her children to a public school. Though life was tough, they had each other, and that was enough. Meanwhile, at Nneka's house, Ada's life was so miserable. She enrolled her into a public school, but it was just for formality's sake. Ada attended school twice in a week, and whenever she goes to school, it will be very late in the day. Nneka turned Ada into a housemaid. She made her do all the house chores, cooking, washing, scrubbing floors, while her own children did nothing. "You are poor," Nneka would always say to Ada. "You will never be anything in this life." She gave Ada only one meal a day and sometimes nothing at all. The poor girl had to go from one event to another during the weekends, picking leftover foods just to survive. To make matters worse, Nneka refused to pay for Ada's common entrance examination. Instead, she made the child hawk pap in the early hours of the morning barefoot before allowing her to rush to school by 11 a.m. One day, Amara decided to visit Ada. When she saw her daughter, she was shocked. Ada was thin, pale, and looked like a shadow of herself. Tears ran down Amara's face. "My goodness, what have they done to you?" She turned to Nneka. "Why does my child look like this? You promised to take care of her." Nneka struggled. "I do take care of her. She feeds well, so if she looks like that, it's her fault." Amara couldn't believe the cruelty of her own sister. Without another word, she grabbed Ada's hand. "We are leaving here. Get your things and come with me right now. It is better my child suffers with me than to die in another woman's hand." So she took her daughter back home and enrolled her in the same public school as her siblings. They continued their small fruit business, struggling but striving. Years passed, and their hard work began to pay off. Amara expanded her business, selling foodstuffs at the market. Her daughters continued helping in the evenings, while Obinna learned a trade. Then, one day, a miracle happened. Ada got admission to study medicine and surgery abroad through an old friend of their father, who he had helped long time ago. The entire family rejoiced as she traveled overseas. Not long after, Chisom met and married a wealthy man who treated her like a queen and sponsored her university education to pursue a degree in law. Life had finally changed for them. Meanwhile, Nneka's children, who were raised with no discipline, became a disgrace. They got involved in crimes, stealing from neighbors and causing trouble everywhere. They refused to work and only wanted easy money. One by one, they were arrested for different offenses. Nneka, now miserable, ran to Amara for help. "Please help me, oh, please help me. None of my children wants to do anything meaningful with their life. They want easy money, but don't want to work for it. My sister Biko, talk to your daughters to help my children," she begged. "I have nothing anymore. My son Chibike stole all of my money. I don't have a job anymore, and my husband has abandoned us. He ran away with another woman. Until date, we don't know where he is. My daughter Chineye got pregnant for God knows who and have dumped the baby at home with me. I don't even have money to feed, let alone take care of a baby. One name Bikon, life has been so unfair to me. Just look at me now." But Amara sighed. "Nneka, when I needed you the most, you abandoned me. My late husband trained you in school and made sure you lacked nothing. But what did you do? You decided to pay me back with evil. Now, look at what you have done to yourself." Amara spoke to her daughters about Nneka's situation and pleaded with them to help her. Amara's daughters, however, decided to help, not because they owed Nneka anything, but because they were kind-hearted like their late father. They offered to sponsor Nneka's grandchild's education, but refused to take care of Nneka's lazy children. Amara, who once had nothing, was now living comfortably in a new apartment her children bought for her. They provided her with everything she needed, and she never lacked anything again. Sitting in her beautiful home, surrounded by her children and grandchildren, Amara smiled, remembering all she and her children had gone through in the past. She had suffered so much, but patience and hard work had finally rewarded her.